Today, we're taking a look at the Fanatec Clubsport DD to find out if Fanatec is still competitive in today's mid-range market. Alright, so as I mentioned before, we're looking at a group of Fanatec wheelbases, the Clubsport DDs. There's a few different versions to choose from, but the word you are looking for is Clubsport. Fanatec wheelbase names can get a little confusing, and all of them have the letters DD in them. But as a general guide, CSL is their entry-level line, Podium is their premium line, and Clubsport, which we're talking about today, sits in between those two. If you see a different name, take a good look at the detailed description on Fanatec's website. It will still fall into one of those categories. For example, what they call the Gran Turismo DD Extreme is actually just another version of the Clubsport DD Plus. All of the Clubsport wheelbases are well built, and as the DD in their name implies, feature direct drive systems. Generally speaking, direct drive wheelbases provide better force feedback and a quicker response than their gear or belt-driven counterparts because the wheel gets plugged straight into the motor. In our own experience with the Clubsport DD Plus, it does indeed offer a very good driving experience, and this is also due to the excellent slew rate and holding torque qualities. As many independent reviewers have noted, the slew rate is top-notch for this mid-range price point, and with the DD Plus coming in at 15 Nm of torque and the DD version at 12 Nm, you're pretty unlikely to feel a lack of dynamic range or realism in your driving experience. We felt a great amount of detail in the force feedback, and in our opinion, the steering smoothness is actually a significant step above the older gen but premium budget Podium DD1 and DD2 wheelbases. Again, build quality is very good, and the new QR2 steering wheel quick release system is a huge improvement over the older QR1, which was known to be prone to flexing and breakage. Another great feature of the Clubsport wheelbases is their wireless steering wheel connection, which means the steering wheel has an unlimited angle of rotation. You can customize this to your needs, and it allows you to play games like truck simulators, which require more rotational freedom. And speaking of different games, that is where we feel the most important difference between the DD and the more expensive DD Plus versions appears. As we already mentioned, you'll be satisfied by the driving characteristics of either of them, but the DD Plus has the perk of being PlayStation compatible, so if you want to play a PlayStation game like Gran Turismo 7, you're going to want to get the DD Plus version. On the other hand, if you are a PC or Xbox only gamer, save yourself $200 and get the DD version. Again, the difference in performance characteristic between them is minimal. They both drive extremely well, and you'll mostly be paying for PlayStation compatibility. Alright, so we've spent a while talking about the Clubsport DD wheelbases in detail. Now, let's talk more generally about Fanatec. Specifically, why would you want to buy a Fanatec wheelbase instead of some other manufacturers? Well, first off, Fanatec is a relatively old company in the sim racing space, so you'll have very wide compatibility with games across different platforms and developers. And in fact, Fanatec is among the very few manufacturers that has licensing with Xbox and PlayStation, so they're a common choice among console gamers. Fanatec also makes a ton of steering wheels, and while they might not be best known for their build quality, it's a great economic choice if you're an enthusiast who enjoys collecting steering wheels, or even if you're just looking for a good fit for yourself. As a comparison, we reviewed another direct drive wheelbase almost exactly a year ago, the Logitech G Pro, and while we also loved that wheelbase, Logitech only offers one steering wheel for it, and there are no third-party options either. Finally, when it comes to discussing Fanatec's wheelbases, we have to revisit the idea of smoothness. A couple years back, a common point of discussion in the sim racing community revolved around comparisons between the high-end offerings of Fanatec and Simucube. Back then, the Simucube Pro was known to be significantly smoother than the Fanatec Podium DD1 and DD2s. Now, with the introduction of the Clubsports, that Simucube advantage has essentially disappeared, and in fact, these mid-range wheelbases can now easily compete in smoothness with top-of-the-line premium units across the board. To conclude, the Fanatec Clubsport DD and DD Plus wheelbases are great products at a mid-range price point. They perform well, with the DD Plus version giving the added convenience of PlayStation compatibility. If you are thinking of buying one or already own one, feel free to check out our website at SimSportGadget.com, where we offer custom-made accessories and mods for the entire Fanatec ecosystem, including power supply brackets for the Clubsport wheelbases, dust covers and cable protectors, and even wall mounts for your steering wheel collection. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for reviews and updates on new gear. Follow us on all our socials, and let us know in the comment section if you found this video helpful. But for now, we'll catch you in the next one.